What's up, guys? Welcome to my garage. Wanted to show you the recent Facebook Marketplace find that I picked up. This is a Clausing 5400 series. I didn't actually even want to go look at it at first, and I decided why not. I thought all that orange that you see is rust, but it actually isn't. This machine came out of a pattern shop that had been open in North St. Louis for a long time. They recently closed up last year, and they were selling all their tools off. I made a deal with the owner's son and managed to take it home with me. We got this guy off the trailer with a 2-ton cherry picker. Since it was in a pattern shop, it didn't see a whole lot of metal use, but they did do a lot of woodworking on it. And what I thought was rust is actually all old wood dust. When I went and looked at this thing, it was parked next to a big table saw, and it was absolutely filthy. I started cleaning on it a little bit. I saved all the extra dirty, nasty parts for you guys to see before I decided to go ahead and vacuum it out. There is wood dust crammed in every single place on this machine. There's probably 10 pounds worth of wood dust on this thing. There's a lot of things small things that are wrong with it. Little broken parts. Bearings are bad in several places. I ordered new spindle bearings. It's a future project for this. But I think right now my biggest concern is cleaning it up and figuring out what all is wrong with it. These machines, I know, had a break right here. It was a big handle that came out. And I have some of the parts that, I'll show those later, that were thrown in my random box of goodies that they gave me. Half of this stuff doesn't even go to the machine. But I'll try to repair that. Small things. These oil fittings, I don't know if they're original or not, but somebody at some point had shoved little wooden pegs in them. And those oil your spindle bearings, and I can see wood dust down in those holes, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the leap and change the spindle bearings. This is a belt drive machine, unlike the 6300 series that was really popular during this time. The belts are dry rotted. Those have to be changed. My gearbox, it worked when the machine was under power when I went and looked at it. The motor sounded good and everything. All this kind of worked. It was tough to change gears, but after I got it home and played with it some more, this ended up and found a spot to get stuck. So it moves up and down, but it doesn't move left or right. I have to get in there and take that apart. The ways look really good. I haven't measured them. They feel really tight. I think they used the machine as a storage rack more than actually use the machine. So there's a lot of scarring on the ways. There's a lot of scarring up by the chuck. But the wear in the ways is actually, it seems like it's going to be really tight when I get done with it. I want to repaint the whole machine, change all the bearings, and pretty much just get it cleaned up. My box full of goodies came with a bunch of wrenches. I don't even know if they're all original or not. Some of them say Atlas on them. This is kind of cool. I'd assume that's original. They were still, all the Allen wrenches were still in the bag. Got a couple that say Atlas Press Company. One of the coolest things, which it's actually kind of funny, I was hoping as this thing went down the highway, all the wood dust would blow away, but unfortunately, stuff's resilient. I got plenty of it in there. both drawers. But when I went and looked at it, in this drawer, under that, all that wood dust was the original owner's manual, 2 tags that were on some of the motors and somewhere else, and an old Clausing catalog. That's this machine here, a shorter version. There's the brake handle. This machine does not have this variable speed. You have to get down in the cabinet and change a pulley. This is a 5440. It's a 12 by 48, weighs 1,200 pounds roughly. The original tags, that one was actually in better shape, and I tried cleaning it up a little bit, and a bunch of the paint come off. Clausing 5440. This machine does have hardened, flame hardened ways, just like all the other Clausings. I'm missing the original Clausing badge that goes across here, but the threading feed plate, or gearbox plate, is in amazing condition for as old as this machine is, and I was able to clean that up pretty good. It shifts, the basic gears shift pretty good. You have to spin the spindle to get that to go into forward. This is how you get it to go into back gear. You pull it out. There's also a pin inside here that you have to pull in and out to lock this gear in and out for back gear. Somebody's used vice grips on it. That's in really bad shape. I'm not sure if it'll loosen up. I might end up making a new one of those. Machine was wired up for 3-phase. The original switch went right here. I guess that broke and they had moved a new one up here. I plan to run it off of VFD, so that'll disappear. There's an idler pulley right here. It looks like it's got a lot of wear on it. The bearings are probably bad in it. Oh, that's gonna have to get cleaned out. There's spots where there's dust, and I don't even know how it got in there. I did notice that the original pulley, the smallest speed here, smallest flange is cracked and broken, and they've scooted the pulley over one position. So I'm gonna have to do an eBay search and see if I can find another one of those. This is the clutch assembly here. It's locked in. I'm assuming that when that whole assembly broke, it locked into place and they never touched it again. So my compound, the stud, one of the studs is broken off. The other one's not in too good a shape. I'm missing some screws out of the cross slide. The gib looked like I took the gib out of this and the cross slide. Cast iron gib in the cross slide looks pretty good. The gib in the compound looks really bad. So this machine does have flat gibs, so it won't be too hard to make another one. There is backlash in both of these, around 25 thousandths on each. So I went ahead, there's a seller on eBay that makes new bronze or brass nuts for these. I went ahead and ordered those. You can see close, you can see all the scarring on the ways. I'm not sure if every time they took the chuck off this thing, they dropped it on the ways or what. There is a lot of scarring on the top. Went ahead and took a stone and got the high spots off. Everything slides all the way down, up and down, very smoothly now. I did strip some parts. I haven't decided on paint yet. Another thing, the tapered pin out of my lead screw connecting it to the gearbox is got sheared off at some point, and they had shoved and bent a nail into it, so this is going to have to get reamed out for a new taper pin. You can see how dirty the lead screw is here, and it was that way pretty much at least halfway down. It was, and I started cleaning over here on this side. Got the shop vac. It's almost empty. Let's see how much wood dust we can pull out of this thing. Well, after all that vacuuming, really made a difference. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a new filter. But shop vac is, I don't know, a quarter of the way full, third of the way full. A lot of dust. My camera died while I was shooting all the vacuuming time lapse there, but while I was charging up, I decided to go ahead and take some Simple Green and just start cleaning in here. And wow, what a difference. Down in the cabinet, you can actually see where the tensioner hinges. This is how you adjust your belt tension. It's a little bit of cleaning up here. Can't get to a whole lot of it, but yeah. I think that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think. Let me know if you know anything else about these machines. Have a good one.